Hello guys, what's up? So today I'm here to show you guys how to PVE tank as warrior, how it works on this current patch we have right now on Russian server, 11.1, and also explain you some of my decisions to take some rubies and also talents. And yeah, let's start from the talents then. So the first talent you're gonna take gonna be this attack, because that's your main skill to get combat advantage. You're gonna use for most of the stuffs. So yeah, this one is the first skill you're gonna take for sure. Then you go for charge rank 3. Charge rank 3 is always actually important. It also has an offensive ability and also has a defensive. Because as offensive ability, when you charge a target that receive CCs or vulnerability, I would say like small ads. Also like most of the packs and compass you can apply it. So like this target is like not a red ring, it's a normal mob. So if I charge him, you're gonna get this buff, and this buff is gonna increase the damage that the target receives by 25%. It's actually pretty strong. You can spam it because the cooldown is pretty low, as you can see. So it's applied for 6 seconds, I guess, and the cooldown is charge is 7. Yeah, it's 5.5, and the cooldown is 7 seconds or something. Let me check to be sure. 7.7. Yeah, but the cooldowns reduced a little bit because I have a Pilgrim Crown rank 5. Pilgrim reduced the cooldown by 50%, so that's why it's a little bit reduced. But yeah, even if you don't have a Pilgrim, whatever, so you must take it rank 3, it's really good. And also has a defensive ability. You can charge your allies. As you can see, when you charge your allies, they get the shield to reduce the combat damage by 20% for 3 seconds. That's only good for to use for bosses, I would say, because for bosses you can't apply the debuff that increases the damage they received. Look, I'm gonna charge this boss now. He don't get the buff, you know. So it's not good charging him. I mean, it's good still, because when you charge, you reset the cooldown of the shield slam. Shield slam gonna use a lot. You're gonna spam hours when it's up. So it's still good using the bosses, but if you can use when you're the allies, it's even better, because you're gonna reduce damage received for some AoE or something. If you know the timing of bosses, it's pretty good. If you know the tactics of every compass, Allod compass, it's really good. So it's all about you. So okay, second skill, shield slam. Shield slam is like the main skill for CC, I would say. Not the main skill for CC, but it's the one that you can spend the most, less cooldown. So you can always use it when as a first skill. Like you're gonna charge and use it. You're gonna get 3 seconds cooldown. Or you can also use it before the charge, because if you use before the charge, you can use it twice. That's actually a better option, but most of the time you have to start the fight with charge. So sometimes it's kind of hard to do it. Depends on the pack, depends on the situation. If you can just start the fight by walking, it's fine. Walking with taunt, it's fine. So you can just use them as small attack, shoot slam. You don't see for 3 seconds, then you can charge again, and shoot slam to see one more time for 3 seconds. So that's 7 seconds cooldown total almost, because the first one is 3 seconds, the second one is 3.5, so it's almost 7 seconds you see. Yeah. So depends on the situation. If you can start the fight without charge first, just start with another ability and using taunt, and that's it. And so you can use shield slam twice and permanent target pretty much. For bosses, you can also spend shield slam, because he don't only CC the target, he also reduces the damage you have stock in your mutilation. So every time you have your charge, use your shield slam, use your normal abilities, then you can charge again, spend your shield slam. That's what you should do for bosses, right? Okay, so let's go for second ability, Turtle. Turtle is a main defensive ability, but he don't stay for the longer, and the cooldown is actually pretty high. So the cooldown is 30 seconds right now, and the third ability stands for 8 seconds. So that's the skill that I use normally to start the fights, right? And normally I always start with Turtle, because so I can do like a normal rotation and never run out of defense in the middle of the fight. So Turtle is my ability, so you should always start the fights with Turtle. And some fights you have even to start with Turtle and Adrenaline Surge together, but depends on the fight. Okay, Fracture. I took Fracture rank 1 just to get some extra combat advantage, because if you only have the resistive attack, you're gonna run out of energy really fast. As you can see, I can't spam it, look. See? I can't only spam it because I don't have enough energy. But if I start to use this attack and Fracture, I can spam more abilities. Because when I use this attack, I get a buff that decreases the energy cost of Fracture. So I can use my melee attacks more often. So it's pretty good if you can take both like this. It's the only reason. And also Fracture do more damage than this attack, even rank 1. When you have Trump up even more. Okay, so second ability, Kick. Not second ability, sorry, I don't know how many abilities I've already told about, but yeah. So next ability is Kick. So Kick is also really broken CC for single target. So as you can see, I'm gonna shoot Slana, apply the Clover Dice, and the Clover Dice are also gonna increase the CC of my Kick. So if I just do this rotation like this, I can like permanently the target pretty much, because Kick gonna CC for 7 seconds as well. So 7 seconds enough to reduce the cooldown of my charge, use shoot, slan, and then you have like, that's already like 12 seconds, the target's already under CC. It's a lot of time, and you can charge again and CC again, so it's pretty broken. And also every time you charge, you reduce the cooldown of your Kick by 15 seconds if I'm not wrong. Let me do it again just to be sure. Okay, I'm gonna Kick now. Okay, I'm gonna charge. Yeah, 15 seconds. Every time you charge, you reduce the cooldown of your Kick by 15 seconds. So yeah, that's pretty good too. As you can see, charge is important for everything as well, pretty much. Not many people know it. Okay, Aspect, I don't even need to tell about it, right? Aspect, you must take it rank 3, because yeah, don't even need to tell about it. Then you come to Blood Harvest. So Blood Harvest is also a skill that it says here that increase the damage by 30%. But if you have those rubies here, I think it's those rubies here, yeah, it also decreases the incoming damage for until the buff run out. So when you have it up, when you have this buff up, Blood Harvest up, the damage that you're gonna take gonna be reduced by 30%. So yeah, it's actually pretty good skill. You always have to spam it every time it's up, use it. So it's gonna help you to keep alive. So yeah, you must have it rank 3, and also with the rubies down there I showed you. Okay, next ability is Break, right? I think it's Break, yeah. So with this ability here is pretty much reduce the damage you have stuck in your modulation barrier. So when you start to receive a lot of damage, hard damage, this barrier up here, that normally is down here, right? But I have it because of the add-on, it's gonna start to grow up a bar thing. Let me try to show you guys here, but I don't know if it's gonna work on those ads, because they don't run enough damage to make it grow up fast. Yeah, they're not gonna. Okay, it's growing up a little bit, but you can't really see much. But normally this bar is gonna start to get a full red, and every time to use this, every time you use Break, you see it's growing up now. Every time you use Break, you reduce the damage you have there. So it's an important skill to spam. Every time it's up, use it. So that's it pretty much. It's the only thing this skill does. Spin. So the only reason to spin is with rank 1 is because I have this ruby here, Tornado, that every time I spin, I'm gonna pull all the ads to one place to me. So I'm gonna spin and pull the ads to one place. I'm gonna show you here. And once I pull them, I also apply AoE weakness. Weakness is the debuff that you apply on the targets. Targets that receive CC, so small ads or blue rings, some of them. So yeah, you apply this debuff on that, and this debuff decrease the damage they do by a few percentage. So I'm gonna spin now, as you can see. I'm gonna spin and press S key, so decline the I cancel the animation because it's not really worth spin until the end. So what you do, just use spin and press S key to cancel the animation, so it's enough to put them together and do what you need to do. Headbutt rank 2, I took it more like for an extra CC. It's not really a CC, Headbutt doesn't CC anymore in the current pet, but he still apply, he still remove the weapon from the enemy. I forget the name now of the debuff. This one here, one is right now. So for some ads, it still works pretty good. They can't attack you, so, and also you put them far away. It's good for some bosses. For some packs you have to throw some ad far away, you have to kite and the ad. It's not bad. So that's the reason I took it. Next skill is Deliverance. Deliverance, actually a good save skill. I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't tell you to spam it. I'm not gonna tell you to spam it because it's actually the skill that reduces the mutilation like faster. It's the one that reduces the most. So if you're spamming it, probably you're not gonna have problems with mutilation. But in case the boss hits really hard, that can happen in keepers. These mode on normal mode keepers. You should use it when the bar is like half or a little bit almost in the halfway. When the bar is almost on the halfway, so then you have to use it. Before if the bar is amped or there is like 10% of the bar, don't save it, because it's actually a pretty good skill to save you when your bar is almost going forward. Because I didn't explain, I guess, but more like the more damage you have in the mutilation barrier, more damage you're gonna get per second. So yeah, so if your bar is full, you're gonna get a lot of damage per second. The healer gonna have a hard way to heal you. So save it when the bar here is like halfway. Don't spam this skill. Save it for better moments to use. I took this rank 1 for only one reason. I mean, also you can't slow packs, right? But the only reason I took it is just to kite the ads like this, like compass mobs, pretty much the packs. So let's say I'm fighting against one pack, right? So I'm just gonna charge him, I'm gonna taunt him, I'm gonna attack him, and I'm gonna slow him. And once I slow him, I can just kite around. He's never gonna reach me. See? So I can just use this, slow, charge, CC, slow again, walk around. You're never gonna catch me anyway. So that's actually another reason I took it. There's another reason for it. If you guys do compass, there's that Allod called Land of Thousand Wings, where you had to see the priest, or the priest kills everyone. So that's one of the reasons I also took it rank 1, just to spam on priest, so the priest cannot cast the CC. Yeah, that's the only reason I took it. Harpoon rank 3. So Harpoon rank 3 is actually pretty good ability for compass, since once you use Harpoon, the target gets 6 seconds vulnerability, and vulnerability increases the damage by 25%, I guess, if I'm not wrong. They always change it, I never know. So yeah, so we're gonna use Harpoon often in compass. Compass is pretty good ability to rush if you wanna do a best time. So Harpoon's pretty good also for packs, because once you harpoon the targets, every single nether on this target gonna get put to you. Look, I'm gonna target this harpy here, I'm gonna harpoon, and all the targets around her come close to me, as you can see. So it's pretty good to pull like AoE packs and keep aggro them, since they're gonna be close to you. It's pretty nice. So okay, next up is Trump. Trump is pretty important ability to use. You must use it every time it's up, because every time you have Trump up, you get damage reduction by 20%, and also this ability that helps you to keep aggro on the packs. If you don't use trap, you're not gonna be able to keep AoE aggro. You're gonna lose aggro for sure, and your teammate's gonna flame you because they don't have aggro on the ads. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get combat advantage at the start, and use trap. Once you have trap up, you get this Titan ability, whatever it's called in Russian, I don't know. So once you get this ability, every single melee attack you do, it's AoE. So that's why you can keep AoE aggro easily. So you're gonna charge, jump again, and use your melee abilities, and all the ads are getting damage because you do AoE basic attack pretty much around you, not far away, just the range is not that high. So yeah, so what you do for packs pretty much, you're gonna like harpoon the target, use jump, and use your AoE abilities. I mean your melee abilities, so you have aggro on them. That's it pretty much. So okay. Might Leap rank 3. This ability is really good too for compass runs and also for kiting. So what does it do? What you select an area in the floor. I have smart cast now, so I can't see the area. So pretty much you put the mouse here in the area you want to jump, and you're gonna jump to that place, right? And also you get some movement speed, so it's actually good to run away if you have to kite something. But the best thing from this skill is to... oh my god, he's helped me to kill it. But the best thing in this skill is to apply AoE vulnerability on the packs. That's really good. I'm gonna show you guys how it works. So normally you're gonna start with harpoon. I mean, you're gonna use the defense ability, adrenaline surge or turtle, but most of the time you're gonna start with turtle. And right after that you're gonna charge, right? Or then you're gonna use harpoon, or you're gonna use spin. You have you can choose use one of them, depends on the pack. So in this situation here I'm gonna use harpoon. So once I use harpoon, I'm gonna use trump, so they get CC. So once they're CC like this, I just use Might Leap, and look what happened. They get CC again, and all of them around get vulnerability for 6 seconds or 5. That's pretty good to kill the packs faster. Once you apply vulnerability, the ads get way more damage than you're supposed to get. So if you want to do fast runs in compass, you must take it rank 3, so the cooldown can be lower. Adrenaline surge rank 3. That's also, I would say, your main ability with turtle. Both are really important because you need both to keep her alive. So you must take it rank 3. It increases your movement speed by 20%, I guess, or 30, I don't remember. And reduce income damage by 30 or 22. Actually, I don't remember right now. But it's something like this. It's one of the abilities that's gonna keep you alive there. And yeah, you must take it rank 3. And we do Badland rank 1, just for the AoE CC, because the damage doesn't... I don't want damage anyway, so the more level you have on this, just more level you have, just increase the cooldown. So the only reason I took it's for the AoE CC. Like, I'm gonna pull all the ads and use Battle. So after the battle is casted, they're gonna get some knocked out for 5 seconds, as you can see. Then after this you can jump, and then you're gonna see for more 2 seconds and use all those fire. You're gonna see for more 5 seconds. Then you can charge in, and you can turtle. You have a lot of AOCC, you can just do what you want with them. Okay, so yeah, I talk about our talents, right? So let's go for the rubies. Rubies, actually I'm not gonna explain it much because I explained a lot about the rubies when I was explaining the abilities too, so I'm gonna skip a little bit. So I took this dominance rubies because, of course, dominance, I didn't tell about stats yet, but I'm gonna tell soon. So, but yeah, this is really important to take. That's the rubies to apply vulnerability on your harpoon, so you must take it for sure. Okay, yeah, this grid here, every ruby is important. So if you miss like a few rubies, if you have less rubies than me, you can maybe remove this. You can maybe remove this ruby, and then maybe this one here too, if you miss some talents. not gonna change much in your gameplay. Second grid, you can also, you don't need to take this ruby here too. You don't need it at all. You can just go for this way here. It's actually even better if you go from this way here and go up here, because this rubies here, if you take them, you're gonna get combat advantage per second. But also, if you take them, your this attack gonna cost more energy. So that's not really that good, because sometimes you run out of that energy because of that. So don't take it. Also, this ruby here you don't need to take. Fracture, I took it because I don't have anything else to take anymore. This ruby here is actually good. I mean, it's not like must have it, you know, but it's good. It's a ruby that apply over dice when you CC the target. This ruby here, it's pretty good for compass. The targets get 25% more CC, so I think, yeah, you must have this ruby for comp. If you focus on compass, you should have it. What else? These rubies you can also drop. You can put rank 1 if you have Pilgrim rank 5. If you have Pilgrim rank 4, I would tell you to go take it rank 2. But if you have a Pilgrim rank 5, ranked 1 is enough. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So all about stats. I'm running with full dominance. Every single gear I can take dominance, I take it, and also elixir, so I can get 1.5, because warrior get a boost on his abilities for every 100 points he has in dominance. So on adrenaline surge also is boosted by dominance. So each 100 points I have, each 10 points, each 10 points of dominance I get extra 2% time on ability. So let's say I have a 1464 dominance right now, and my adrenaline surge I get 24 seconds. That's actually pretty good. If I drop it, you can see that the time gonna be way lower. Let me drop some here, so you can see the difference. Okay, 500 something. Just wait the time run out. Luck, you don't really need luck. You don't need luck for tank. Fury, you cannot take the stats anyway, so I also use this for PVE, sorry. Swiftness I took some because there's nothing else I can take. I don't need proficiency because I'm not focusing on doing damage. I don't need determination too, and also I don't need brutality, so I can only take swiftness. Okay, it's run out, right? So I'm gonna use adrenaline surge now. As you can see, the time is way lower, like 10 seconds lower than before, just because I took like some stats from dominance. So dominance is your main stats for tanking. You must have it full, like every single piece you have dominance, and also elixir if possible. So persistence, actually pretty important stats for a tank, for any class as tank, same as paladin, same as demologist. Pretty good stats for CC. It's pretty much just increasing CC you do, so that's why you do such a long CCs on the targets. Say 3 seconds CCs. If you didn't have this persistence stats, you wouldn't do this amount of CC. So yeah, that's actually, you must have it at least 750. The cap is 750. You don't need to go over it. I have more because I have already buffed today. So 750 is enough. So what else? Survivability at least 750 to increase the incoming user to receive. So yeah, you gotta have it, or if your healer gonna flame you saying that you can't heal yourself, he can't heal you, and rage quit. And caution, also take 750 caution. Gonna give you some resistance when you're low HP, so it's pretty good. And every single piece you have vitality, taking vitality. Every single piece you have vitality, take it. As you can see, every item that I can take vitality, I have it on. So pretty much that's it. Swiftness, I forgot how I take swiftness, right? So I took swiftness because I don't need anything else out of this. I can take what I can take from here. I can take persistence. I'm already on the cap. I don't need more than 800, so I don't need persistence anymore. and I can take brutality and determination, so I don't need it at all. So useless, so better take swiftness, so I can spam my abilities more often and get more combat advantage. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do in a fight against the boss, right? So what do I do most of the time? I use turtle at the start. I'll use turtle. So once I use turtle, I charge in and then use taunt. Once I taunt, use this with attack and fracture, so I can get my blood harvest fast and use trap as far as I can. And also, how is he gonna spend this? You attack and fracture, you attack and fracture, you attack and fracture. How is that way? How is charging too? It charges up, use it, ramp is up, use it. This blood harvest up, use it. And also spamming the break, pretty good ability to reuse it. So I will spam it. So that's the thing. That's the skills you're gonna spend, right? Shield slaying you're gonna spend, blood harvest you're gonna spend, your melee abilities you're gonna spend, tramp you're gonna spend, and deliverance you're gonna spend. Alright. About your defensive abilities. So turtle has 30 seconds cooldown and it stays for 8 seconds. And stay for 8 seconds, it has 30 seconds cooldown. Adrenaline Surge has also 30 seconds cooldown, but stand longer for 24 seconds, or a little bit less, or a little bit more, depends on how much dominance you have. So if you start with turtle, you have 8 seconds, so you should use your Adrenaline Surge once your turtle is running out. So my turtle is running out now, and I use Adrenaline Surge 24 seconds. So in that way you never run out of defense, and you're never gonna get one shot from bosses, because you're always gonna have at least one defense up. So once your Adrenaline Surge is running out, you're gonna have your turtle up, and then once your turtle is running out, you're gonna have Adrenaline Surge up, so you can just keep always one defense up on yourself. So actually something really important to know that they changed in this patch, because before it wasn't like this. Now if you use both defense at the same time, depends on how you use it, you cannot keep both at the same time. So if you use Adrenaline Surge, then the turtle gonna dispel the Adrenaline Surge effect. I don't know why it happens, I think it's a bug, but I don't think it should work like that. But yeah, as you can see, I'm gonna use Adrenaline Surge now, and turtle. The turtle remove the defense I had before and apply turtle, so never do it or you're gonna fuck yourself so hard, because you're gonna be with a lot of 20 seconds without any defense up. You're gonna die here for sure. If you're in compass and high level, you're gonna die for sure. So never use Adrenaline Surge before turtle. But if you use turtle then Adrenaline Surge, you can keep both effects at the same time. I wouldn't recommend you to do that, because you're gonna be a few seconds without defense. But let's say for some bosses it's actually not bad to do it. For some packs it's actually not bad to do it, because if you know that you need more defense there, you should start with it. So as you can see, I'm gonna use turtle now and Adrenaline Surge. You can keep both at the same time, as you can see. But if you use Adrenaline Surge, then turtle, you're gonna dispel the effect. So it's not worth to do it, and it's not worth to do it even like this, because you're gonna be like 8 seconds or 7 seconds without any defense, unless you use your ratio ability. Your ratio ability, it's a deep defense. That's one of your backups you have as a warrior tank. It's actually pretty good, save you a lot. So I always save this ability once you're in a bad situation, once you're receiving a lot of damage, once your heal is dead and someone needs to rest in. So save this ability for the tough moments. Also something I have to mention, some people can use a dead lounge in his rotation too, but you don't really need to use it, because you have enough damage to keep the aggro. You don't need to do more damage than that. So I mean, you can use it if you want, but it's not really needed. I don't like to use it at all, so I prefer just remove it and just keep those two. It's enough to keep aggro and do whatever I need. What else I have to tell? So pretty much, and also pretty much what I do for packs. Pretty much what I do for packs is like wanna pull them together, right? Pull them together. So I'm gonna CC then, this is C, then I want to CC, then I jump on them, apply vulnerability. So once I get vulnerability, there's CC, then I'll use the Allods Fire, I'll use the another potion that you can craft from Profession. And once I use Allods Fire, I try to guide them a bit around, running around until I get my CC, my cooldowns back. So then I come back with Trap, and CC then again, use some melee attacks to keep the aggro. You can't only run 24/7 like this, kiting them, because at one point you're gonna lose aggro and the attack's gonna aggro on your allies, so that's not really good to do. So don't keep running 24/7. Also, always try to come back and do some abilities, some skills on the target, so they can always keep the aggro then. And that's it pretty much. So yeah guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope it helped you guys with this video. I plan to do more videos like that, so I can help more people to fix their builds and stuff. So any question you have, you can comment down below on YouTube here in the video. I'm gonna help you out. So that's it. Thanks guys. See you.